All right.
Okay, are we good to go? Great, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is June 2nd, and welcome to the Civil Service Committee meeting for Upper Darby. We have the Civil Service Committee on the line. We have the CAO. We have Chief Sawyer for the Fire Department. We have an observer, Damon Jones. We have Eliza, who's our Special Projects Coordinator, and Alexis, our Civil Service Secretary. So thank you everyone for joining. Today we're going to go through a few items that's before the committee. What we'll do is we'll talk about old business, new business, and we'll be voting on a few items. So without further ado, I'll open it up to the room. Do we have any old business to attend to? I see nothing, I hear nothing. No old business. Let us move to new business. Before the committee is Chief Sawyer's request to start the process for firefighter testing. So Chief Sawyer, a few questions for you. Number one, do we have a current existing list that you're requesting to decertify?
Yes, we do.
Okay. And my understanding, and if you can just give us the brief, that list is currently being exhausted, so there's a need for a new one?
Yeah, that list is currently being exhausted, and we have some vacancies coming up due to future retirements. I've received numerous letters of pending retirements, and we wanted to get a test and a new list started right away.
Thank you. And how many firefighters are you looking to hire with this new test?
At this time, I would say between 5 and 10 based off of pending retirements and doing an assessment of people that are in the organization that are of retirement age.
Okay, so 5 to 10 for new hires?
Correct.
Thank you,
over
sir.
a 3-year period.
And Vince, is Chief Sawyer authorized to move forward with the hiring, the 5 to 10 firefighters? You two have discussed it?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. So there's two parts to this. Thank you. First part is decertifying the current list. The second is the go forward for Chief Sawyer to arrange for testing of new firefighters to prepare for the hiring of 5 to 10 firefighters. So before the committee, the first vote, and I'll ask for a second, is to decertify the current list because it's exhausted and we need to create a new list through the testing process. So is there a second to decertify the current list?
Wait a minute, I'm sorry, Alex, I'm sorry to interrupt. In terms of decertifying, that it's decertifying pending the approval of the new list. Like, we don't want to be caught without an active list.
Okay, so do you want to reverse the order?
Yeah, I mean, the idea is, because God forbid we need the list, something were to happen before we conduct the test and create the list. If we decertified the list, we'd be caught without a list.
Okay.
Right, so I think you can move to decertify the list simultaneously with the certification of the new list when that happens. You see what I mean?
Yes. So for the gap coverage.
Yeah.
So let me rephrase then to Karen and Rapp. The vote before the board or before the committee is to approve Chief Sawyer to move forward with the hiring process for new firefighters, which means arranging for an agency to conduct the written testing, to market the openings, collect applications, and to move forward with that testing process. We heard from the CAO that that has been approved and that Chief Sawyer is able to hire 5 to 10 firefighters pending the outcome of these testing. So may I have a second for authorizing Chief Sawyer and the administration's designee to move forward with the testing process for new hires?
So yes,
I'll second it. Oh.
We both are seconding it, but yes.
Thank you. A second from Karen and a third from Rap. And then for the vote, can I have a vote for aye? And all ayes meaning yes, move forward. A nay means no, do not move forward. Rap,
Aye.
thank you. Karen,
Aye.
thank you. And myself as an aye. So that's 3 authorizing Chief Sawyer to move forward with the testing process. Thank you. The second item for the committee is, as Vince was nice enough to point out, is to decertify the current list pending the certification of the new list that will be generated from this testing. So it is an aye to approve the decertification pending the certification of the new list. A nay would be to keep the current list active no matter what. So can I have a second on the motion?
Yes.
I'll second.
I'll third. Our timing is off.
Thank you. And then to the committee, the vote is yes to decertify pending the new list being certified. So Rap,
Aye.
Karen,
Aye.
and myself as an aye. So both items in front of the committee have been voted in the affirmative. Yes to move forward with the new hire process for firefighter. Yes to decertify pending the certification of the new list. Thank you for those 2 votes. Chief Sawyer, any other new business before the committee?
No, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Vince, any new business before the committee?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. The only other item is informational for Rap and Karen for the committee members. Damon Jones, who's on the call today as an observer, is interested in joining the committee. We'll be pushing Damon's name to the mayor for consideration of the mayoral appointment to add a member to the civil service. No votes required, but I just wanted to share that with the committee. So if there's no further business in front of the committee, Alexis, I think we can draw this to a close.
Actually, I'm sorry. Could I'm not sure of all the procedural requirements, but is it possible for me to raise a quick administrative issue, or is it something I should do by email?
What's the topic?
It's just about emails and the fact that I don't feel like I'm getting all the emails.
Oh, well, let's take that outside the committee because maybe that's a
Sure.
simple logistics of having bad email address or something with the routing.
Yep.
So
No worries. That's fine.
do you want to call me on my cell after the meeting and we can make sure we have the right email on file?
Yep. That works for me.
Okay, very good.
And then
Alexis?
Alex, if you could send me all updated emails in the
Yes.
event that I have different emails, that would be helpful.
Perfect.
Rap,
Thank you.
Damon, and Karen, can you please send me your current contact information via email? You can just piggyback off the invite that I'd sent out, the information. And
Sure.
Karen, if you'd like to give me a shout, just call me on my cell phone, please.
Yeah, I'll call you as soon as we're off this, if that's all right.
Okay. Thank you very
Okay.
much, everyone. It's
Thanks,
4/12,
everyone.
June 2nd, and that concludes the meeting.
Thank you.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.